All right, let's talk about finding a great dog trainer right here in Bemidji, Minnesota. The whole point is to help you and your dog get out there and really enjoy everything this beautiful area has to offer, together. I mean, just picture it for a second. A nice, relaxed walk on the Paul Bunyan's trail with your dog trotting calmly right by your side. Or maybe you're downtown and you don't have to worry about any pulling or jumping. That's the kind of thing good training makes happen.
You know, living in Bemidji has its own unique situations for our dogs. We've got everything from those icy sidewalks in the winter to really busy trails out at Lake Bemidji State Park. The right kind of training helps your dog take all of that in stride with confidence.
So where do you even begin? Well, the very first step is to get a really clear idea of what you and your dog actually need to work on. Nailing this down is going to guide your whole search.
So yeah, take a moment and really think about it. What are the specific behaviors you're hoping to improve? Are we talking about just building some basic manners, or is there maybe a more complex issue you want to tackle?
A lot of times it falls into one of these common areas. Maybe you're starting from square one with a brand new puppy, or you just want to brush up on basic obedience. Or maybe you have a specific goal, like stopping the leash pulling, the jumping, or the barking, and of course that super important recall. Figuring out your main priority is really the key here.
And that helps you decide what kind of training makes the most sense. For example, in-home training is fantastic for things that happen at home, like going wild when the doorbell rings. On the other hand, group classes are pretty much perfect for practicing focus and good manners when other dogs and people are around. Okay, so once you know what you're looking for, it's time to find the right person for the job. This next part is all about how you can find and choose a really skilled trainer here in the Bemidji area.
Now, one term you're going to want to keep an eye out for is positive reinforcement. It's a really humane and honestly super effective way to train. It's all about using rewards, like treats or praise, to encourage the behaviors you do want. The focus is on building trust and making learning fun for your dog, not scary.
But how do you know if a trainer really knows their stuff? Well, professional certifications are a great way to tell. If you see acronyms like these, the CPDTKA or KPATP, it means that trainer has put in the time to get educated and is committed to a high standard of work. And of course, there's the practical side of things, the cost. This table should give you a pretty realistic idea of what training costs look like around Bemidji and Beltrami County right now. As you can see, prices can vary a lot, from puppy classes all the way up to those more intensive board and train programs.
Okay, so you've narrowed it down to a few potential trainers. Now, it's time to actually talk to them to find that perfect match. And believe me, having the right questions ready to go makes a huge difference.
This little checklist is your guide. You'll definitely want to ask about their methods and credentials, but also ask how they're going to customize the training specifically for your dog. And it's so important to be clear on how you'll track progress and, just as important, what you need to be doing at home between sessions.
So, you've picked a trainer and you've started the work. Now for the really fun part, taking all those new skills and applying them out in the real world right here in our community. Let's look at a few great local spots for that. For example, the fenced area over at the Bemidji Dog Park. It's a perfect, safe space to work on that all-important recall. It gives you a chance to practice getting your dog to come back to you, even with all the excitement of other dogs playing nearby. The trails at Lake Bemidji State Park, they offer a totally different kind of challenge. That's a great place to work on keeping your dog's focus on you when there are tons of other sights and sounds and smells trying to grab their attention.
And of course, there's the Paul Bunyan State Trail. With all that open space, it is the ideal spot to really perfect that loose leash walking. This is where all that hard work starts to pay off, and what could have been a stressful walk becomes just easy and enjoyable.
And at the end of the day, this is what it's all about. Training isn't about performing tricks. It's about helping your dog become a calm, confident companion who's ready for any part of your life. Finding the right trainer is really an investment in having a better, more fun life with your dog. So we're wishing you and your furry friend many, many happy and stress-free adventures together. Whether you're just hanging out at home, hitting the trails, or exploring everything else Bemidji has to offer.